You are always here. You can never be there. You can never be in the past or the future. You will only ever be here. Wherever you are, you're here. You are the center of your universe. And the idea of tomorrow, tonight, a year from now, when all my dreams and hopes and plans are realized, then I will have arrived. Then I will be happy. This idea steals our happiness. It is an illusion. It is not real. There is no tomorrow. There is no achievement that will bring us lasting happiness. As long as the mind is constantly active, we will constantly be in change. Our mood will constantly be changing. Our thoughts will constantly find something new to focus on. And if we are unhappy now, we will be unhappy whenever we have achieved the thing or get the thing that we think will make us happy. Welcome to Path to Peace with Todd Perelmuter. I'm your host, Todd Perelmuter. Our world is a projection of our collective consciousness. The more peace we bring into our lives, the more peace we bring into this world. So let the transformation begin. Every achievement, every experience is temporary. There is no stage in life like parenthood or retirement that will allow us to finally rest and be at peace. There is no spiritual insight that will even give us the lasting enlightenment and peace that we're looking for. Even happy thoughts will not give us the happiness we seek because that is mind activity. It is externally focused, and both of the outer world and mental activity are constantly in flux. They are always active, and we cannot experience deep, restful, sustainable, lasting peace as long as the mind is constantly in chaos, constantly active. It is only when we can be exactly where we are, fully where we are, in the here, in the now, that we will feel as though we have finally arrived. And it is this mindset of presence and inner stillness that is the only thing we can cultivate to reach the happiness we seek. We can still go for our dreams. We can still achieve great things, but we can do it in a way where we fully love every step of that journey. Instead of, I'm going out tonight, we say, I am here. I am walking to the car. I am getting in the car. I am driving. I am now at the destination. And instead of everything being a means to an end, we don't really think all these thoughts, but we stay present at each moment as if we are exactly where we wish to be, exactly when we wish to be there, and we give it the same attention, the same embrace as we would when we get to that GPS and location on our map. The habit of anticipating a goal or an achievement or some kind of pleasure is a habit that robs our happiness, that steals our presence, that steals our ability to enjoy life. There is no future salvation. There is no time at all. There is the eternal present moment. And eternity and infinity are indivisible. They cannot be separated. You can't have half eternity or half an infinity. And in this infinite universe, there is no division between you and everything else. There is no way to separate yourself from it. You are the entire universe. You are the infinite. And salvation exists when we give every moment everything we've got. Our fullest attention, awareness, and mindfulness. Our consciousness being in this real world, not in our imagination, not lost in thought, not lost in the past or in the future. We are mindful of when the mind gets lost, when we are losing ourselves to imagination, but we don't let the mind run the show. We don't allow it to steal the joy of being, of arriving in every single moment, realizing we are here. We can relax, like coming home after a long journey. We can have this in every moment. So we have to always be on the lookout for those thoughts that are consumed by a hope and a goal. Wonderful to have, essential to live in this universe, to have plans, to have intentions, to carve out some kind of path for ourselves. But at the end of the day, we have to lay that intention, do that groundwork, and then open ourselves up to the greater wonder and plans of this universe, because we think we have control. We think we have free will and choice. But I can't just choose to defy the laws of gravity or any of the physical laws or any of the natural laws of this universe. All of my options are presented to me by the universe through this brain and body that the universe gave me that I had no control over. And this universe is, thank God, that we are in the universe's good hands and that we can trust in this universe, because it is far more spectacular than any of us could have imagined. I don't think we could have come up with flowers if it wasn't for flowers. And artists still paint flowers because they're spectacularly beautiful, and sunsets and sunrises and everything the universe gives us. It is far richer to be in this present moment reality where life happens than to be in some imagined scenario. It's like going from black and white to 3D, full color, high def, virtual reality. So whenever we put off our happiness, we dwell on thoughts like, when I have this, if I could only get this, once I do this, I'll be able to be happy. If I'm just rich enough, if once I have kids, whatever it is, we are dulling the life we have. We still try to get those things. We may get them, we may not. But if we put all our hopes on that future outcome, and if we don't get it, we will be miserable. If we do, we will have been consumed by panic, stress, worry, and fear. And when we do achieve the thing, we will still be riddled with the same panic, stress, worry, and fear, because we will be afraid of losing them, afraid of not getting more, afraid that something bad will happen. And this is the problem with constantly wanting some future outcome or having wants at all, is that they inevitably lead to fear. We think wanting, desiring, craving is how we get the good stuff in life, how we have a wonderful life. But it is how we ruin our life, because wanting always comes with fear. And fear always leads to every stressful thought, all worries, all anxieties, all doubts, insecurities, and anger. When we want something so much, we suffer. And even not wanting something is wanting, because we want something not to happen. So not wanting to not want, is in the same category as wanting and desire. Even wanting peace, wanting happiness, makes us unhappy and unpeaceful. Because now we're afraid of conflict. We're afraid of losing the things that make us happy. The only way to succeed and to truly be able to enjoy our success, enjoy the struggle that is necessary to be successful, is to realize that this is the perfect life right now. This is where you're meant to be. This is the best place to be. And there is nothing that we need to fear. There is nothing we can't handle. There is nothing we can't face. We can be in conflict. We can be yelled at. We can face loss. We can rebuild from any mistake. We can face any change in life. And when we realize this, we flow with the inevitable change. Without any resistance, without struggling to get through this moment so we can get to some other moment. Because then life becomes a struggle. It has nothing to do with the circumstances in our life, with the experiences we have, with the place or people around us. It is no different than the pixels on our computer screens. We never get upset about it because we know it's always changing. We know that it doesn't affect us. We know that it is just the image we're perceiving. As we start to observe that mental story, that grasping at something that doesn't exist, we start to be able to let go of that story. We start to loosen the grip we have on it, and it loses its grip on us. The thinking mind, its job is to think. That's why it's the thinking mind. And it will overanalyze, obsess, and fixate to the end of time if we fall into its story. But in that story that promises us an amazing future, that even though it's causing our suffering right now through the complaining, the judgment, the labeling, the criticizing, the stealing of our presence, the opposite of peace. Even in boredom, it would be so peaceful if the mind wasn't screaming how bored and terrible it was. But in this over-analytical thinking mind, this is where all confusion and doubt and insecure thoughts come from. And it is from arriving into this moment at any time that we have clarity, that we have wisdom and greater understanding than always being caught in the thought storm of our mind. The mind is racing faster than we are towards the future. And it is creating the impatience. It is creating the demand on the universe to operate at our desired speed instead of its own speed. And the future will come. There is no rushing it. There's no getting there any faster. And we wouldn't want to, even if we could. But when that mind is racing ahead, we cannot be where we are. We cannot enjoy the steps it takes to get there. And mentally and spiritually and physically, we will be exhausted from all that running. It's not that future that brings us happiness. It is not even happy thoughts and feelings which keep us locked in that loop of happy and sad, in the polarity of good and bad, highs and lows that we can't escape from. It is freedom from thought that will free us. That is true freedom, not financial freedom, not government freedom. It is freedom from our own thoughts. And then we can be anywhere, in any country, in any situation, and we are home, we have arrived, we have peace. When we are busy getting to work to bring that future into fruition that is in alignment with our intentions and our values, and we can not fall into the desires of the mind, which frees us from the fears of the mind. It doesn't matter what our life situation is. It doesn't matter how mean someone is, how bad things seem to be going. It's all just stuff happening, stuff that we can handle, stuff that we can face, because we didn't want it to be some other way. When all we want is reality, we can never be disappointed. We can witness anger. We can witness the fear. We can witness the joy. And we can witness all of the feelings and thoughts that a mind and body will feel. But we won't suffer any of it. We won't cling and desire and crave the happiness, the pleasures, the pleasantness of life. And we won't fear and resist and hate the negative thoughts and emotions that arise. This is the only way to lasting happiness. This is the only way to achieve all of our dreams, all of our hopes, and enjoy every step of the way. The good steps, the hard steps, and the missteps. Whenever you are struggling, whenever you feel life is difficult, come back to this moment. Recognize your wandering mind and bring it back here. The only place you always are and you ever will be. This is the end of all problems in our life, because all problems happened in the past. And we keep them alive in the present moment by taking them with us. All our worries are about what will happen in the future. But in this moment, everything is exactly as it should be, because it's exactly as it is. This presence ends the problem of procrastination, saying I'll get to it tomorrow, putting off your goals, and bringing them into reality as quickly and effectively as possible. Staying mindful of how we spend our time, staying conscious of those unconscious habits that are detrimental to us. And when we give this single moment all our attention, which is to truly love anything, we give it all of our attention. And this is how we truly love life. where we can look back and know we had a great life, we gave it our all, and we will, with absolute certainty, have the best life we can possibly have. Thank you so much for listening. I go into great detail about this topic and so many more in my upcoming book that will be coming out very soon. This is the most all-encompassing book I have written, the longest book. Took me very long time, many days and nights, and it covers every single topic that any person needs to know to get through this life and to have a great life. And it's called The Guidebook to Being Human, an instruction manual for life. And I can't wait to share it with you all, and I can't wait to hear what you think. Thank you so much again for listening. Thank you to everyone who supports the podcast at eastwesticism.org, and much love. Is there more to this universe than science can show us? Is there anything mystical or miraculous in the remote corners of the earth that I could see with my own two eyes? My newest book, Aloneness to Oneness, is that journey of discovery. From the rebellious kid who rejected it all, to the adult searching for something deeper, to the person I am today. It is all of the stories, wisdom, lessons, insights, and inspirations I gained on this adventure, from the charlatans to watch out for, to the genuine teachings that can change your life. If you've ever questioned, doubted, or wondered about the meaning of it all, this book is for you.